So, the year is 1799, and when you think of history's greatest inventors, you think of people like Thomas Edison, inventor of the light bulb, Isaac Newton, inventor of gravity, and Millard Fillmore, the inventor of... I don't know who Millard Fillmore is, let's move on from this joke. However, you may not know this, but one of history's most influential people was born here, in the Japanese city of Edo, later renamed to Tokyo. Why? It's high schooler. Also, it means Eastern Capital. Not to be confused with Kyoto, that's just capital. Anyways, there's this small neighborhood, Reigenjima, now Shinkawa, Tokyo. And it's here that a man named Hanaya Yohei is born. Now, sushi had existed long before Hanaya. Many theories extrapolate where exactly is the place where sushi can claim its origin, but I like to go with the theory that it came from the Philippines. Here's the prototype some historians say sushi came from. Burong isda. Man, this doesn't look tasty, but I guess that's just another epic Pinoy pride moment! Don't fact check this, by the way. Anyway, April 22nd, 1818 marks the beginning of what the Japanese would call the Bunsei era, spearheaded by the new emperor Ninko. Wow, I love saying that. Ninko. Okay, I'll stop now. I know my pronunciation must be bad. It was around this time that Hanaya created a new form of sushi. You see, old sushi, known as Hanayazushi, or fast sushi, was really easy and fast to create. I'm no cook, but basically it's fish, vinegar, rice, bibbidi bobbidi boo, you got Hanayazushi. It didn't need fermentation, which back in the day was a major selling point. When we didn't have fridges and modern day preservation technology, food had to be preserved in different ways, and sushi was preserved via fermentation. Hanayazushi no longer needed fermentation, and this was vital in sushi becoming an all-encompassing Japanese food. Today, it's described as a fast food. Yes, sushi back in the day was considered on par with a Big Mac in terms of culinary art. Now, I talk of this Bunsei era, this Hanayazushi, you know, all this Japanese fast food stuff. But by now you're probably asking, hey, where the hell does Hanaya Yohei fit in all of this? Well, we'll get to that in a bit. Before that, please give me 5 seconds at a time to ask that you subscribe. It really means a lot to me, and I hope we can reach 1,000 by the end of the year. Let's get back to Hanaya. He creates this new form of sushi, and honestly, it resembles Hanayazushi in a way. The new sushi, dubbed the Nigiri-zushi, this is where the word nigiri comes from, by the way, was invented in 1824. This is the modern day sushi we have now, the Nigiri-zushi. Nigiri-zushi is just basically an upgraded Hanayazushi. Ask somebody the difference, and it's literally just, the same shape. Maybe I shouldn't say that though. It's like telling an Italian that just because their pastas are different shapes doesn't mean that, they taste any different. It's true, but I'd rather be safe with the Italian mob and the Japanese yakuza, so I probably won't insult their food, huh? The greatest revolutionary change that Hanaya Yohei established with his new Nigirizushi was probably his special sauce and the amount of rice. The rice in the old Nigirizushi was huge. Lots of rice was used. You could eat this as a full meal. So if Hanayazushi was a Big Mac, Nigirizushi is more like a chicken tender combo at Popeyes. Another bonus I mentioned that Nigirizushi held was its special sauce. Small amounts of vinegar were used, and it wasn't just any vinegar. It was special red vinegar known as akasu. Akasu was made of sake leaves, which looks like canned tuna, but apparently tastes really good. But that still doesn't answer the question you probably clicked on this video for. Just why did sushi get smaller? Well, let's refer to what sushi, specifically the proto-nigiri-zushi, which we will call from now on edutainment, is basically a fast meal, not a fast food. A fast meal. You can really eat as an appetizer or a snack, nor can you really carry it around with you wherever, which to be fair, it is hard to carry an entire slab of fish on top of an entire slab of rice around in modern pockets, let alone the casual wear of 1800s Japan. It was the fast food at the time. Being able to grab a quick bite of sushi, which people could pick up easily with one hand, seemed to have been well received among Edo locals who tended to be hasty and brusque. Is what Yoshinori Tezuka, the 4th generation head chef of sushi restaurant Matsunozoshi, a Tokyo restaurant well renowned among critics, even receiving Michelin honors, said about sushi of the time. By the way, here's a photo of Yoshinori with Stephen Curry. I just thought it was interesting. Now, it wasn't really one event that really shaped why Nigirizushi really evolved. As we discussed already, it's because just the times, you gotta get moving, and you can't move with a gigantic fish in your hands. Unless you're brave. Really, really brave. If I was to say what one event really sped up the evolution of Nigirizushi, well, it was...
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941.
Yeah, that. Big sushi was harder to make after Japan got firebombed. Then again, a lot of things were harder to do after Japan got firebombed. So in summary, sushi used to be revolutionary fast food, until it became the equivalent of a 50s TV dinner, and then it became smaller and smaller, until war became the nail in the coffin for thousands of Japanese chefs. Oh, and 400,000 Vietnamese, 1 million Filipinos, 2.5 million Koreans, 4 million Indonesians, 15 million Chinese, and a whole bunch of others I won't be mentioning. Moral of the story, for sushi, I guess don't bomb others, unless you want your national dish to be changed forever. Yeah, I guess that could work.